My daughter accidentally killed Jack. But thanks to watching thousands of movies, I managed to dodge the law. First, I went to a cell phone shop and bought a used phone. Then I had the shop owner insert Jack's SIM card. Then I wiped all the fingerprints off the phone. Finally, I tossed the phone onto a truck heading out of town. That way, it would seem like Jack was out of town. Then I drove to an abandoned mine about 15 kilometers away. With nobody around, I pushed the car into the lake. But I didn't leave right away. Instead, I kept scanning my surroundings, because I was scared someone nearby would notice everything. Just then, an old man happened to walk by. Seeing the car still above the lake bottom, I instantly got nervous. I quietly hid behind some rocks. Turned out he had a rock in his shoe. By the time he looked up again, the car had already sunk to the bottom. After taking care of everything, I went back home, and that's when I found out Jack was actually the police chief's son, but I acted like nothing had happened. I invited my whole family out for a trip. My wife asked why I wasn't worried. I told her straight up we didn't even know him, and no strangers had ever been to our house, so just pretend nothing ever happened. Otherwise, fear and stress could get us in trouble. The next day, we boarded a long-distance bus. I purposely told the ticket agent our family was heading to the city to hear a master speak. Even though the talk had ended yesterday, I still made the family sit in the venue for half a day. Then we checked into a hotel. After checking in at the front desk, we enjoyed a nice local meal. The next day, we went to the cinema. To outsiders, our family looked like we were on vacation. But once we got home, my wife still looked tense. I told them they had to get over their inner fear, or it could bring trouble. And from now on, keep every receipt and invoice. Meanwhile, Jack's dad noticed his son wasn't answering calls. But since Jack was usually reckless, this happened a lot, so they didn't think much of it. And under my reassurance, my family slowly got back to normal. But my daughter was still shaken up and kept waking up from nightmares. Half a month flew by and Jack still couldn't be reached. The police chief started to worry, so she suspected her son might have been kidnapped. Meanwhile, my plan was going smoothly, like nothing had ever happened. But then one day, Jack's car was found by some people swimming nearby. The police chief rushed there with officers. She stared at the yellow car, a sense of foreboding beginning to take hold. After her husband identified it, it was confirmed as Jack's car, but there was no one inside. The police chief knew her son was in serious trouble, so she immediately ordered an investigation. They found Jack had disappeared on October 2nd. The police then distributed photos of Jack and his car for inquiry, but this caught Officer John's attention, because on the morning of the 3rd, while handling a case, he saw me drive away in that car. Soon the police came looking for me. Facing their questioning, I acted completely calm. I stuck to my story that on the 2nd, my family was in town, and we didn't return home until the 3rd. I even produced receipts from the 2nd and 3rd to prove I wasn't lying. With nothing else to question, the police had no choice but to leave. But the sheriff's intuition told her that despite my family's alibis, it must be connected to Jack's disappearance. And I realized the danger too. I started coaching my family on how to handle the upcoming interrogations.